Do you still feel the same excitement as you did years ago?
Would I come if I didn't? I had better things to do. But I love him so much, I don't think any person or any body could give the thrill, the ecstasy that you can get from him by one look, and he looks at me every day.
Wow. Well, he's like my #1 favorite person in the world. To me, he's a model of what we are. That's it. I mean, what we are. We just don't quite realize it as fully as he does. And I don't see him as something totally separate from the rest of us. I just see him as us fully evolved.
I never had any questions because I know that I was in safe hands. He guides me, or love guides me. So, but he did once say to me when I was on my own, and he said, "What do you want to ask me a question?" And I couldn't really think of anything too intelligent, so I just said, "Well, what is the meaning of it all, meaning life?" And he just said 5 words, and I consider them very important: play the game, be happy.
C'è qualcosa di infinito.
We can't forget that we're in front of something infinite.
E l'infinito non è divisibile.
And the infinite isn't divisible.
Quindi io non posso dire quanto posso aver recepito dell'infinito.
So I can't say how much of the infinite I've received.
Riesco solo a dire, con una frase ormai conosciuta,
I can only say with a phrase that now everyone knows,
più conosco Sai Baba e più so di non sapere.
the more I know Baba, the more I know I do not know about him.
Ma questo è un'ignoranza che mi dà tanta gioia.
But this is an ignorance which gives me enormous joy.
Well, approximately 12 years ago, I heard about Swami from a friend who told me that there was a man on earth who was a divine incarnation, who was exactly like Christ, who could perform miracles, raise people from the dead, materialize food, heal the sick, multiply food, do anything that he wanted to do just by his own willpower. And when I found that out, I had to see it for myself. I couldn't just believe it, I had to see it.
Ik denk dat Sai Baba een heel speciale man is, met heel veel.
I think Sai Baba is a very special person, a man with many powers. You can just feel it. You can feel this energy flowing through him like a current. I haven't actually experienced anything out of the ordinary with him myself, but I've heard a lot said about him. It makes me feel a bit frustrated and pissed off at times, because I think to myself, why do they get to experience things and I don't? But I guess this frustration is in itself an experience. It makes you confront lots of things about yourself, your expectations and your frustrations, all that sort of thing.
I mean, what is the highest level that he teaches? What is the highest level in Vedanta? Swami is not teaching something new. He's the Sanatana Sarati. He's the ancient charioteer. He teaches what has been taught by Krishna, teaches what has been taught by Rama, what has been taught by all the great teachers of ages past, that you yourself are God. You are God. Don't look to me as God. Of course I am God, Swami says, but you are also God. Therefore treat each other as God. Don't treat each other as this one is useful to me and this one is not useful to me, this one I want, this one has something for me, and this one is somebody I want to push away. Huh? Love is your nature. Love is your essence. Goodness is your Buddha nature. Live it. Live it in practice. Don't go calling me God. Don't say, oh, I love you, Swami, I love you, Swami. Show your love by how you live your life.
And me? I'm up on my knees for a chance to go into that famous interview room. Agnostic still, and deeply skeptical of the idea of any holy man producing jewellery, however it's done, I want all the same to see for myself. I'm so intent on getting him to call me for an interview, I hardly notice when he puts ash into my hands. The ash that devotees treat with reverence, I actually wipe off.
Sai Baba turned to an Indian lady who was sitting near the door. He asked her how she was, how her family were, and then asked her to give him the ring that he had made for her some time ago. It was a little ring made of gold with rubies in it. During the years she had it, it had lost 3 rubies. Baba blew onto the ring, once, twice, 3 times. Then he showed the ring. The rubies were back, and what is more, some of them had been replaced by 2 emeralds and some little diamonds. People react in different ways to Sai Baba. Everyone reacts to his or her own experience. This lady was very moved. She protested that it was too much of a present. "You deserve it," said Baba. "Keep up the good work." She kissed his feet where the Hindus believe is the point of highest energy of an avatar.
Also beide, auch der Shirdi und Sathya Sai Baba.
Shirdi Baba ist, das war lange Zeit. Beide keine Zweifel.
This is the biggest love I've ever had, apart from Swami, has been music. And I'm always going like this, and I'm sure that a few people were somewhat horrified. But one day Swami came out and said on the men's veranda, "Look at Dana, he's always going like this." He did me better than me, of course.
And he walked up out of the way, and I can't mimic this, but and maybe this doesn't come across when you're talking. A lot of times, the thing is, what he's saying is one thing, but what's actually happening is like hitting you on several different levels. And he looked off in space and said, "You don't even care." And it was like a knife. It was like a lover. It was like very, you know, it hit me very hard. You know, it was a very touching thing. And what I took it to mean, and what I suppose it meant, was that I was supposed to be staying in his house. Now, he never said that directly, and I just walked in the house and spent the next month there. So.
Who is Baba?
Well, he is my Romeo and my best friend.